Miata is always the answer.
Alright, this is the inside of the 97 Miata. Original seats, original steering wheel. And as you can see, I'm a taller guy and I barely fit. We'll just say it that way. Now, this is gonna be potentially a controversial opinion. My opinion is, before you get a race seat, watch this. And it's not just a foamectomy. So these are the seats, the standard NA seats. You know, you can get a race seat. However, I think that takes away some of the drivability. As much as I love driving this car on, you know, autocross or something like that, just the majority of the time it's just not going to be there. It's going to be on the road. So I opted for something different. I know I could do a foamectomy to these seats and get some, you know, cut some out of here, and it'll drop me some, maybe an inch, but I'm just not sure that's enough. And if I do get a roll bar someday, even with an inch difference, you saw how much my head was sticking up above. I just don't imagine that's going to be enough. So I opted for a different set of seats. They're the NB2 surfboard seats, and the reason I went with those is because I read that they're taller. They sit a little bit taller, so they'll cover more of my head, and then I'm going to foamectomy that. The foamectomy hopefully will then drop me an additional inch and a half maybe. So I think with the combination of the surfboard seat, a little bit higher, the NB2, as well as the foamectomy, that will protect my head. If that'll protect more of my head regardless if I get a roll bar or not. And if I do get a roll bar, it will protect my head, you know, even before that. And then also it will keep me from having to get a race seat and keep the drivability, keep it as a daily driver, a regular car. Also, I think it's expense, you know, I want to, all right, I want to, but if, you know, I got seats, you have to get seats. We'll just start with seats, maybe something to mount it to, something to the side mounts, seat belts, because you can't run your 3-point, so you have to put the 4-point in, and then you can't really wear, you know, can you wear a 4-point harness or a 5-point harness on the streets? A lot of people say no. So I'm sticking with this setup, or I'm going to try it. Like I said, it's I don't know how many other people have done it. More people have jumped deeper in the deep end than I'm doing right now, and I may very well jump down there, you know, next year. Who knows? But I think for expense, this is the cheaper route. I think it maintains the drivability. I think it's easier. You know, I think this is a win, and I'm just surprised more people haven't done it. I think if I do autocross, I'm going to be okay. It's going to hold me in place. Is it going to hold me in place as much as, you know, a race seat? No, it is not. But for the 95, 96, 97, 99% of the time, I'm not going to be on the street, or I am going to be on the street. I'm not going to be on the track. So I think this is the way to do it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but this is what I'm going to do. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. If you've tried this, let me know. But this is what I'm going to do first. So let's see what happens. Okay, so this is the stock seat. No adjustments, no foamectomy. This is how much space I have. One finger. An inch. Okay. Yeah. Does not fit with. Can't fit a regular seat with. Yeah, the helmet. Well, the other thing too is, I mean, look at the lack of
the headspace,
or the lack of, if you're in a, you know, rear end accident, there's no head. The head is not hitting the headrest at all. So that's one of the problems we're trying to solve right now.
Okay, so this is the NB2 seat.
And stock height, no foamectomy. It seems like actually less. less space. And I put the seat all the way back. Half inch. So that means I'm not even going to try with the helmet because it wouldn't fit. But the major difference here is look how much head protection I have in the case of a fender bender. Before it ended kind of down here, and now it covers to the top of my head.
It could stay there. So the top of the seat is 5 inches.
So if there was,
So you gained 3 3/4 inches.
and if you were to get a roll bar, this would protect you. Okay, I took out the seats for the surfboard. I took them apart and I did a foamectomy on one of them. This is the driver's seat and this is the passenger seat. I don't know if it's necessary to do the passenger seat, but just so you can see the difference. Most people recommend using a knife. I actually had success with a hacksaw. So, they recommended using a carving knife. I didn't try it, so I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I think a lot of people have a hacksaw, and I just simply, saw this way, and the results, was able to cut off look at that chunk I was able to cut off in one go. You saw how I sat in the car with the original seats. It'll be interesting for you guys to see how I sit in the NB2 seats with a little bit taller back of the style of the NB2, as well as the foamectomy. So yeah, let's keep working on it and see how it goes. No difference. Wow. I feel though. Wow. So even after the foamectomy, no change. That didn't drop me as much as I thought it would. Back to it. No cushion. This is the minimum you can get in a seat. It's not that low, really, is it? Yeah, I mean, there's not much. Okay. I guess we'll try and take some more foam out of the NB, this seat, and see if we can get a little bit lower, and that is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless you cut off that much, what we showed,
4 inches.
unless you cut off 4 inches,
And you'd already done the bottom.
and yeah, so yeah, I think most people when they do their foamectomy, they don't measure like this, and I think foamectomy is a lie. I think y'all have been tricked. You tricked yourself. It's bold. Foamectomy's a lie. All right, well, unless you're willing to go the lengths that we are and cut out 4 inches, I don't think the foamectomy does what it's advertised. We'll get it buttoned up and show you what it looks like. Final thoughts, was it worth it?
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, maybe too soon to tell, but I mean, it has the OEM Plus look. Could reuse the seatbelts, reuse the rails. You know, the comfort of a stock seat with a foamectomy. Comfortable still. Feel like maybe on this one you sit in a little bit more. I think the biggest thing is the foamectomy on the internet was greatly exaggerated. I think it's a psychological thing. Maybe you feel it and you think you drop more, but you know, I still on this side my head touches the soft top. On this side, after all the cutting we did, it's, you know, I can get one finger through. So I think time will tell, but I think for now this is the next. I think this is the right step. I'm gonna defend it that it's the right step because we didn't like leapfrog 10 steps and turn this car into a race car, you know? Like this is still a street car that is gonna do autocross, and you know, it's not racing in the MX-5 Mazda Cup. So I think this is the right move still. It looks good. You know, it was a lot of work. Seems like seats are always a lot of work, but I think it was worth it. And like I said, we're not leapfrogging steps and turning it into a race car before it's a race car. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what we did wrong, because everyone in the comments knows better than we do. Yeah, and I guess we'll see what we'll do in the next one. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.